Alright, let's jump back into our project. I hope you're learning a lot. We've already seen the to lowercase method. It's awesome, right? And now I want us to continue with our search box. This kind of comparing the user text that they write to all our items to buy, and we're filtering for only those things that the user's typed in this checkbox, or this input box, sorry. So where are we at the moment? Remember, we've got this input box here with search items. We've managed to find it by using the identifiers, the DOM access methods. And what we've also done is we know on this input box, there's a useful property called value, which allows us to extract what the user has typed into that text input box. And then because it's a string, because it's a text, we know we can use JavaScript's to lowercase method to convert whatever the user's typed all to lowercase. That's exactly where we're up to now. So I guess the next step is, let's jump into the code and let's keep going. So here we go. We've literally grabbed that user's value, remember, from the event target, which is that input box that has a useful property called value. We extract the user's value, which is a string, it's a text. And then because of that, we access JavaScript's to lowercase method. So right now we know we're getting whatever the user has typed in lowercase. Cool. Let's delete the console. What is the next step? Well, now what I want us to do is I want us to grab all the li tags, because what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to compare whatever the user's typed to each item in the list. So let's grab each li tag. So the first step is I want to define our grocery list. And that, of course, we've done this plenty of times before. We can just use query selector here. Many ways to skin a cat when it comes to programming. And what do I want to grab? Well, I want to grab our grocery list ID, and I want to grab all the UL elements. So if I go to our index page here, just to show you what we're doing, we're scrolling down to section 3, right? We can see we've wrapped everything within this div with an ID of grocery list. I then want to grab this UL tag, because this UL element contains all LIs beneath it. That's all we've done here. So we've got this grocery list, and now I want to grab each list element. And that we can say is let groceries, because we know it's going to be plural. There's more than one li tag. And we know that that's going to be the grocery list. And then we can access the get elements by tag name method. Again, this is provided to us by the DOM API. It's not from JavaScript. So there we go. Now we've got all our li tags. So far, so good. But you would agree with me right now, if we've got all the li tags, we need a way to loop through all of those and compare their text to what the users typed. And if you remember from part 1 of the series, the get elements by tag name returns to us an HTML collection. And this HTML collection, although it looks like an array and feels like an array, it's not quite an array. And because it's not quite an array, we don't have many array methods. And one of the methods I want to use in this specific exercise is the for each method. In order to use the for each method, we need a way to convert the HTML collection into an array. Is that kind of making sense? Because if we can do that, we can use this for each method. How do we do that? Well, one way is to access what's known as the array from method. So if we define, let's just say here, to convert, or let's just say, let's convert the groceries to an array so we can access the for each method. One way to do it is to define a new variable now in JavaScript. Let's define it as groceries array. And all we need to do is access JavaScript's array. On the array, we have many properties and methods. One of them is called from. And I want to create an array from this groceries object, or this groceries variable that we've just created. I know this is a lot to take in, and before I move on, I want to stop again. I want to explain to you what this array from method is all about. We've put in one argument here, but it does take more. So let's pause, let's take a break, let's jump into another lecture, and I just want us to quickly look at this array from method in more detail. Hope you're having fun, hope you're staying amped. See you now.